Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Alexa and I share DIY videos on this channel, and I also show you how you can make your home beautiful on a budget. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I made this board and batten wall behind me without using any power tools. So let's get started. Hey guys, so I got the material yesterday, so I'm gonna do the wall today. So first I'm gonna cut the pieces, of course, and then I'm gonna start installing them. So the main thing is that I'm not gonna use any nail gun or circular saw. I'm just gonna use a hand saw, and I think it's gonna work out. Hopefully. I've never done this before, and if I really need nails, I'm just gonna hammer them into the wood and the wall. I think it should be fine. You don't need necessarily power tools to do this DIY. I mean, I'm hoping, and we'll see how it's gonna turn out. The only thing that I'm just gonna do the installing today, but I'm not gonna paint it because I just ordered some samples, paint samples from Benjamin Moore. And this is the first time I'm gonna try using Benjamin Moore's paint. And I know, guys, it's super expensive. It's ridiculous. But apparently the quality is really good and their color range is just crazy. I really wanted a really nice blue color, and I have blue color at home, and I know I could just use that one, but it's not the same tone that I want. So I ordered two, and I'm gonna try that when I get them, and I ordered the paint, and then I can paint the whole thing. And I just wanted to show you guys how the room looks like at the moment. It's a disaster. When you work in a small space, it's a struggle. So let me show you. So I got the materials on my bed. There's the big light here, desk and chair, and some random stuff. I just need a chair to do this wall, and this is the place I'm gonna put the molding. So yeah, this is the situation. So let's just start working on this. So when you do this wall paneling, you need to measure everything properly, and you also need to find out what the spacing is gonna be like. So I found this panel spacing calculator on mydailyrenovation.co.uk. I will link it down below. So what you can do, you can just put your measurements in here, and then you can just calculate how much the spacing is gonna be. So my wall width is 2440 millimeters. And I just thought that let's do 9 batons. So I'm just going to put 9. And the baton width is 44 millimeters. And now you can see it calculated by itself that my spacing has to be 25.55 centimeters. So now I know exactly how much space I had to leave out. And yeah, that's a great option to do this, because you can waste so much time by measuring everything, and you can just use this calculator instead, and it's gonna help you a lot. I used No More Nails, which is a really strong glue. I used it multiple times and it's super strong. The wood board was a little bit slant, so I ended up using some nails in the corner, and it worked. I wanted to do a high board and batten wall, so I measured where my top board needed to go. Sorry about the light, guys. I used the level to make sure the board is straight. I used some nails at both ends and one in the middle, just to make sure it doesn't move around until the glue dries. Since the boards were 240 centimeters long and the width of the wall is 244 centimeters, I had to cut a piece out from a different board to add it to the corner. I did it on the top as well. It's not perfect because of the baseboard, but it's fine, no one will see it. Okay, so now I did the bottom section and the top, of course. So now I have to do the middle part. I'm gonna have to cut the boards and then, of course, add them to the wall. And I have to measure everything, that the spacing has to be right and everything has to be right. I suggest you to measure everything, because let's say you wanna add one in the corner. Maybe the wall is not straight enough, so maybe it's gonna be a little bit longer, that part, than the middle part. So every time you add a piece, doesn't matter where, always measure the right size and cut it accordingly. So basically, of course, I cut myself. So like I said, measure every piece, because the one I put in the corner, that one was like 194.5 centimeters. And the one that I'm gonna put on this side, that one actually is 196 centimeters. If you want to save time and not cut too much or too less, then just measure every piece, because the wall is not completely straight. So I have a problem. Like I said, the wall is not completely straight. So I have a big gap here. I'm gonna show you closely. So as you can see, that's quite big, this gap. But I had to do it like this, so the actual wood is completely straight. And actually I cannot even push more, because here I can go further. So I'm gonna have to use a lot of caulk or filler to fill in this gap. Once I had the two side boards up, I measured everything again. I marked where my boards needed to go, and then all I did was measuring the boards and cutting and cutting and cutting. For these boards I used maybe only one nail. The glue was enough to hold the boards. So originally I wanted to add this one on the top, like on the top, but like flat, like this. But since I'm not using nail gun, just glue, it wouldn't hold. So I'm not gonna do that. Instead, I'm gonna use this decorative trim. It's gonna look nice on the top. So I finished the wall, and I'm gonna just paint it next week and do the caulking as well. And because I still have to edit a video today, which I have to post today, and I also have to clean up this mess. So I'll see you guys next week when I actually start painting the wall. So guys, I told you about this big gap, which I have to sort out because it's not great. So I was looking at some videos on YouTube, and there was a guy who was talking about these filling foam rod. It's a Becker rod, I think. So as you can see, it's a foam rod that I'm gonna put here, and then I'm gonna use some caulk or some filler to hide the gap, and I think it's gonna be fine. I know that I could just fill in the whole gap, but I'm not sure if it would look nice. So in this case, apparently it's so much easier to fill in these big gaps. So I'm gonna do that now. I suggest you to use painter's tape so you won't get a lot of caulk on the wood. As you can see, after one layer, there were still parts where I needed to add more caulk, so I waited until the first layer dried and applied another layer. I caulked the other parts too. I didn't fill much because it's quite straightforward. So I received the two paint samples from Benjamin Moore, so I'm gonna try them now. So I got the Symphony blue. It's a really bright blue, so we'll see how it's gonna look like. And this is actually called Gravel Gray, which is a gray color, but I saw a video where they used this color and it looked really dark blue, so I'm gonna try it. If I like it, maybe I will have this. I don't know why they sent such a big samples. This is one pin, so 436 millimeters, which is crazy big, but whatever. But I also have some other stuff. So this is my brother used in his bedroom, and of course I have the bucket downstairs. I just didn't want to bring it up. I'm just gonna use this so I can see if I like this one or not. And also I have, of course, this one which I used in my other bedroom makeover, vintage denim. So let's see which one I'm gonna like, and if I like one of these, I'm gonna order the paint and I'm gonna paint it probably next week. Let's see how the Symphony blue looks like. Wow! Like I said, it's a really bright blue color, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna like it on the wall, but let's see. Okay, so this is the gravel gray. Yeah, so it looks really grayish like this, but apparently when you put it on the wall, it's gonna look really dark gray, really dark blue. I applied first the gravel gray, and it was super gray. I'm sure in the video that I saw, they used a different color. The Symphony blue is beautiful, but it's a super bright blue color, and I wouldn't like it on the wall. I tried the blue paint that I had, and you can see the quality is so different. The Benjamin Moore paint completely covered the wall, but this deluxe paint, not really. I also applied the vintage denim, but I definitely didn't want that one. I received my paint finally, so I ordered, of course, Benjamin Moore, but since I didn't like the colors that I got, I ordered the, where is it? I ordered the Hale Navy, because I was just looking for a nice paint and I didn't want to spend money on getting more samples, so I just did my research and I thought that having this color is gonna be nice. And actually I already put it on the wall, so it's kind of feel like it's a bit too dark, but actually I don't know, I'm thinking about mixing it with a little bit of this blue color to make it a little bit lighter, but I don't know, I'm debating with this because I really like the navy blue color, but I feel like it's a bit too dark. I don't know. I love that it has some gray undertones, so it's not really blue, but it's not gray. So it's between blue and gray. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with it, honestly. I like it. I ended up mixing 1 can of gravel gray with 40 milliliters of Symphony blue to get a little bit more bluish color, and it turned out perfectly. So this is how it looks after 1 coat of paint. I just love the color so much. I think it's really nice. I just had to apply 1 more coat. I think it really needs 1 more, but it's gonna look so awesome. I applied 2 layers, and actually I didn't even use the whole can. I still have a little bit left, which is great because I have some extra paint now since I ordered 2 cans. I put up this abstract painting that I have made a video about. If you haven't seen it, I will put it in the cards. I played around with some pillows, but then I picked 4 blue ones. And here you go guys, the end result. So that was it, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I post every Sunday on this channel, so don't forget to hit the bell to get notified when I upload a new video. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.